different kinds of feedback from what happened. On one tweet, you're talking about respecting your elders. But should the workings of the county assemblies be about that, respecting elders? There's a role that the county assemblies should play.
Yes.
Across the country.
Yes.
This, what happened in the last few days, and I'm told there will be another meeting at State House today, should we see that as undue influence on the workings of county assemblies?
Thank you so much, Fred, for inviting me here. I don't think that is undue influence on the workings of the MCAs, but I think that it's a very consultative process we are going through with our political leaders. You remember that we have 6 elective positions in this country, and MCAs being the one which represent down at the grassroots is the smallest electoral unit, which is the ward. And so it will be very unfortunate if we don't listen to somebody like the president, who has the outlook, who has a lot of information on what is happening in the country. You know, Nairobi, economically, it's bigger and it's huge, that whatever we do in Nairobi might affect the stability of the country. So I don't think that it is undue influence on the workings of the MCAs. But I think because also the agreement, I think they even went further, because the principals were agreeing. In fact, Honorable Raila Odinga said that we give him 30 days. The president said we give him 60 days. And they signed an MOU yesterday as Kenya Kwanza, last night, on what should be done and what should be done. And some of the things which should be done is that the governor must leave Shakahola, what we call Shakahola, which is Riverside office, the private offices. You know, if you go to that place, he can refuse you entry, he can refuse you service, because he said that's a private office. That's not your...
He does not sit at City Hall.
He does not sit at City Hall. He even takes 4 months not coming at City Hall. He doesn't come there, and they are associates. You know, the MCAs have been complaining that their phones are not being picked by the people appointed by Governor Sakaja, like the Chief of Staff, David Njoroge, and the liaison officer, who is Osman Khalif. And I myself decided to block the 2 individuals, and I said that I will only communicate with the governor. So I told the governor that he has to sack the 2, because we don't know where the 2 came from. They are his friends, they are his associates. They are not permanent employees of the county. So they cannot claim that we have to work with them. He can discard them whenever he wants. If he doesn't want them to go, it means that the Governor Sakaja is the problem. And so within 30 days, there are things he has to resolve. And if he doesn't resolve all these things, he has to appoint a substantive county secretary. The governor has never had a substantive county secretary for the period he has been in government. We've had the acting CS Musumba, we've had the acting CS Analo, and now we have the acting CS Akumali. Those things have to be resolved. And he has to ensure that some of the projects he's doing, like the PPPs he's getting into, the assembly has to be involved.
And listening to you and so many other MCAs, and they're quoted there in the papers, there's a lot of dissatisfaction, even with this move to halt the impeachment process.
You know, previously the assembly was a very violent place, and was not some place where you could argue and you could share ideas. You know, there's a lot of push and pulls, cutting deals. We sat as the 3rd assembly in the devolution government, and we say that we are not going to go that way. We are going to listen to each other. 3 times we have proposed for the impeachment of Governor Sakaja, and we have not gotten to the level of meeting the principles. This is the first time we are meeting the principles. But at the assembly level, the governor has met us and said that, please, we are going to change this, we are going to, and it has never changed. Nothing has changed, no action has been taken as promised. And we believe that the best thing now, even today, if you ask us, because even the president was very categorical that don't stop collecting signatures. I've seen the charges, I've seen the problems. Don't stop collecting signatures. Collect your signatures, we give him 60 days. If he's not going to behave within the 60 days, there's nothing which is going to stop you from telling him to go.
Mwalimu Sosion, this is the first time we're seeing the president